Hey, it's Jen. If you think that solving puzzles is all about fun and relaxation, think again. 2024 was the year I went from casual puzzling to speed puzzling, and it was a roller coaster of successes and some very humbling experiences. So stick around to hear how my puzzling journey went in 2024 and what new things I am looking forward to do in 2025. Just like most people, I wanted to try speed puzzling because it just looks fun. And I had been puzzling all of my life and was convinced that doing a 500-piece puzzle in 45 minutes was easy work. But I was soon proven wrong that that is not the case. On my very first speed puzzle, which took me 3 hours to do, and I, by the end of it, was crying. So I practiced and practiced, and I was able to get my average time to 1 hour and 45 minutes. At the beginning of 2024, I had my very first speed puzzling competition, which was the Texas Championship hosted by speedpuzzling.com. And I practiced every single day in preparation for the competition. I got 46th place in solo with a time of 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 13 seconds. I got 13th place in pairs with a time of 50 minutes and 30 seconds. And then for teams, we got 4th place with a time of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 13 seconds. Honestly, after that, I was hooked, and I was a little disappointed in myself that I wasn't able to do as well as I wanted to. So throughout the year, I really wanted to improve in speed puzzling, and I was able to accomplish some very crucial goals. Here are my goals for 2024. Starting with the first one, I wanted to do a puzzle under an hour. That was one of my main goals, but I broke that into 15-minute achievements. So again, it started with 2 hours, and then I wanted to get it under 1 hour and 45 minutes. And then I just knocked it down. So it was like 1:30, 1:15, and then finally 1 hour, which I was able to achieve. Now, my other goal was to compete in a speed puzzling competition and get within the top 50. Now, this one is a range. There's so many different levels because there's so many different kinds of competitions out there. There is the online competitions, there are ones hosted by the local libraries, and also there are other individuals who just want to host speed puzzling competitions. And I personally made goals for each competition that I was going to be in. For the smaller local library competitions, my goal was to get into the top 5. The medium-sized competitions, they are the ones that kind of hosted by some just individuals who just genuinely want to have more speed puzzling competitions in the area. So for that one, I said I wanted to get into the top 15. And then lastly, for those large competitions, my goal was to get into the top 50. Now, out of all of those, I achieved, I would say, 2.5 out of all of them. For the local library ones, I did get first or second in some of those local library ones. Then we have the DFW Showdown, which granted, it's a Texas-centric competition, but there are people coming from all over everywhere to compete in this as well. And then lastly, there's the Texas Championship and the online ones. Now, the online ones are incredibly hard just because there's so many fast puzzlers on there. And it's not just US puzzlers, it's also some people from Canada, UAE, and other parts of the world. So that one was very, very difficult. I have not achieved getting into the top 50 yet for that, unless I would count, I would say like pairs. So if it was pairs, then possibly that would be a goal achievement. But I think for this one, I wanted to do solo, and for solo, I think I did okay. For this goal, I think I achieved 2.5 out of 3 of what I had planned for 2024. Now let's talk about 2025. I'm setting the bar even higher for 2025. My first goal is to complete a puzzle under 45 minutes. My second goal is to have an average speed puzzling time around the 1 hour mark. And my third goal is in general, I want to try more brands and artists. My fastest time for a 500-piece puzzle is 54 minutes, and that of course came from the Ravensburger postcard series. I think I can get to the 45-minute goal if I do a puzzle over and over and over again until it gets under 45 minutes, but I want to do it organically. Also, side note, if you are a beginner speed puzzler or just new to speed puzzling and you think you need an easy puzzle, I would definitely recommend the Ravensburger postcard series. I did it with my parents, I would do it with everyone, and they're like, oh, I did that quite fast. So I definitely would check that out and recommend it. Not sponsored in any kind of way. I just know from experience. Right now, my average speed puzzling time is 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I do think I can get faster and hopefully hit that goal if I work on my hand speed. Right now, I'm moving very slow. Also, I really want to practice on my flippin' swords and some of the smaller details when it comes to speed puzzling. I am also really bad and get really slow when it comes to hard puzzles, and I have a big mental block, so I will be trying to do more hard puzzles just to kind of get acclimated and have my brain rewired so that tackling hard puzzles is not as scary to me. Lastly, due to the nature of training for speed puzzling competitions, I was exposed to many different puzzle brands and illustrations that I normally wouldn't go for, but I honestly fell in love with some of them. Now, I wouldn't know that I love a puzzle until I've actually done them, and I want to go down that route to see if there are any more puzzle brands and artists that I just really like doing, and I'm going to be doing that throughout 2025. There might be some that I speed puzzle, but for the most part, I'm just going to casually puzzle them because I want to have a fun experience doing these puzzles. Sometimes a little bit of the fun is taken away when you're doing speed puzzling, so I want to have the most enjoyable experience when doing all of these new puzzles. I am super excited for what's to come in 2025, and I want y'all to be a part of that journey, so please subscribe, follow, and drop down in the comments below what your puzzling goals are for 2025. And Happy New Year and happy puzzling!